Greetings fellow 50p collectors, Coin Snatcher here. So we're on a shelf that we don't see too often in the collection, the Titanic shelf with all the Titanic coins, commemoratives, books, silver-proof coins, and all the little knick-knack type things that I've collected over the years. So you may be aware that the Westminster collection have launched a new collection, and strangely enough it's the Titanic collection, and it started off with a good offer, which was the first 50p coin in the collection for 50p plus the usual, I think it's £2.99 postage and packaging, which seems to be a bit excessive, but they charge postage and packaging on everything, so they're probably making a few quid on that as well. But let's have a look at the 50p coin that has arrived today. So this is the obverse of the 50p, or sorry, the reverse of the 50p coin, and it shows the Titanic in full sail. And this coin celebrates 40 years since the Titanic was discovered at the bottom of the North Atlantic by Robert Ballard. So we can see that they've got the detail nice. The ship doesn't look exactly right where the portholes are and the way some of the portholes look to be lit, but the ones at the front aren't. And they've got the fourth funnel right where there's no smoke coming out of it. That was a stacker funnel, so just used for ventilation from the kitchens and the fireplace in first class smoking lounge where the rich people had their cigars and brandy and the likes. Underneath the Titanic it says Titanic Discovery. Now, I do like this coin. Mind you, I'm a sucker for anything that's Titanic orientated. If we pop it over and have a look at the obverse, it is a bailiwick of Guernsey coin, which is quite cool as well, and it's 2025 dated. Now, this is part of a series, and I read through the paperwork today, and the next coin is going to be £27.99, which is a hell of a lot for a brilliant uncirculated coin, plus the obligatory postage. And they did mention in the flim-flam that came with it that there'd be commemoratives. I think in the next one it's 2 commemoratives coins that are come along with the 50p, but not really my thing. If it's not a 50p, I'm not interested. And to be honest, I'm not interested in paying £27.99 for a brilliant uncirculated coin. When you add in the postage, that's over 30 quid. But the most worrying thing is they just said it's a collection. They didn't say how many coins they were going to do. So if I had signed up to it, I've got no idea whether it's 3 coins, 5 coins, 10 coins, 20 coins. And some of these Westminster collections, if you collect them all, a lot of them are tap. You can be paying over £500 before you've got the whole collection. And you go on eBay a few months later and you'll find out they're worth next to nothing. So I decided to go onto the Westminster website and cancel the subscription. If they had done this coin at a normal bank price, or maybe even £7 or £7.50 plus P&P, I would have continued it on. But £27.99 is just completely unreasonable, and even though I collect Titanic stuff, I'm just simply not prepared to pay that for the coins. It's worth noting as well that it does come actually on a nice card. I like the artwork on the card. But when this coin arrived, it was half in the plastic and it was half over to the side. And the only way that I could get it to go right was to actually open this up, put the 50p back in the plastic properly, put it back in and seal it down again. So a bit disappointed with the fact that the presentation was so poor when it arrived. And of course it arrives with a load of other advertising gumph that nobody reads or wants, but we all get charged for in one way or the other. But there we go, it's a really nice coin. It's just disappointing that Westminster have priced themselves out of the market at £27.99. It's not so much an issue of the money. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. It's more the fact that it's, what is it, like 4 or 5 times the price of a regular bank coin? And I just don't see the value in that. It doesn't tell you what the edition limit is. It just tells you it's brilliant uncirculated. and you know, they could be doing tens of thousands of these, so it'll be interesting to keep an eye on eBay. I see these are on eBay already for anywhere between £15 and £20, but it'll be interesting to keep an eye out on eBay in 1, 2 or 10 years time, when the collection is finished and people are selling them on eBay, to see what they go for. It's probably a mistake. They'll probably go for loads of money and I'll regret not buying them all. But at 20, as I keep saying, at basically 30 quid for each release, and you don't know how many releases there are going to be, I'm just not prepared to pay for that. But anyway, it's a really nice coin, and happy to add this one into the collection for the face value of 50p, which is what we paid for it. That's it for this video. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.